Hey, I thought I'd do just a follow-up walk and talk. Yeah, from doing that video to now, I feel really, really, really rough, freezing cold, and I'm not one of them, you know. I never moan about being ill. But I've had to cancel a few things, and but these two, they still need to go out, you know. And you know, I eat healthily, I keep healthy, I keep active. I take lots of really good supplements, and yeah, I just feel really, really, really rough. And I'm telling you, it's the shit that they're just spewing out of the sky. I know it is. And then you hear lots of other people, you know, I've got a cold for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, loads of people, you know. And it's not normal. We know it's not normal. We know what's causing it. I've got lots of really good memes lined up to just spread out, just so that I don't flood the post section. So it's becoming. So there's a bike coming. Zephyr, wait. Right, mate. There's there's loads and loads of evidence now of who's pulling Trump's strings. See, Netanyahu's not even a Semite. He's not. So you've got the guys, you know, with the curly side bits and the big black hats and the long black coats with the unusual dancing. You've got them doing the bidding of some very, very, very big, very, very powerful families that have just been making sure that they're keeping their bloodlines going. Bloodlines that have possibly been going for thousands of years. You know, the more I look, the more I see. And I know that some of you guys know this. And yeah, back when I said that the entire Trump administration had been lobbied by Israel, now you understand what I mean. You know, so much corruption, it's ridiculous. And then you look at they're all playing their part. They're all playing their part. Elon Musk he's one twisted fuck. He really is. You know, I mean, what they're doing to us is reducing the population. You know, he's got something like, what is it? Is it 13 or 15 kids with 13 or 15 different women? You know, he just couldn't make this shit up. And then I was just listening about that little 3-year-old that's been suspended from school for refusing to accept a child's gender that wasn't that child's gender, and getting suspended. A 3-year-old. You know, I used to work for a big care industry, as I've mentioned, God knows how many times. And I worked with people with learning disabilities, and they stood out a little bit. You know, they were a lot noisier, or they looked different, or they acted different. And little kids, they don't really know. You know, they're not intending to be rude or insulting or demeaning. You know, they're just kids. They notice things that are different. That's how they are, you know, they're just soaking up shitloads of information on a daily basis up until they're about 7, and it kind of slows down a little bit and goes into a different gear. So, you know, trying to find a silver lining in that would be that it could possibly point out to other parents just how utterly ridiculous that all is. And those parents, hopefully, with the help of family members that they trust, can homeschool, you know, and just do that. to the education system. That's what I'd do. I'd find a way. You know, I mean, I've heard of people saying, well, there are lots of teachers out there that aren't woke, that aren't a joke. You see, it's upside down now, completely upside down. I mean, the mainstream education system's always been a disgusting, massive indoctrination. We all know that. And uni is probably even worse. So the teachers that would have stood up at school, if anything like that happened, would have been praised. Now they're ostracised. Look at the Irish teacher who had his bank shut down, his bank account shut down. There's like €40,000 in there, prison time, unemployable. So the people that deserve medals are being ostracised, and the teachers that aren't being ostracised and going along with the narrative should be in prison. You know, but it's the other way around. A topsy-turvy world, like upside down. Everything's upside down. Everything's inverted. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. And you know, as long as people put up and shut up, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse. Now, you know, you could look at that in two ways. That could be a good thing. Oh, someone got a dog off the lead. Fucking with my flow. So these teachers that are going along with this, these woke, tarred twats. Let's go on the grass. I mean, they're weak. These are weak people. Really, really weak. Storm, this way. This way. This way. Very, very weak people. With zero moral compasses. You know, a lot of these teachers are mostly young that have been indoctrinated themselves. I'm sorry it's shaking around so much. I came out at this time to avoid other people. You can't really make out how beautiful that crescent moon is. Beautiful. So it's all so messed up. So messed up. And but when something like that happens at a school, everyone gets to find out about it. Everyone gets to know about it. It won't be nice for the parents of that child, because you know they'll be walking down the street in their local neighbourhood having fingers pointed at them, and you know. But it will still be spreading awareness. And hopefully there'll be a lot of people out there, hopefully, that'll be thinking, that's really fucked up. That's really, really mad. But I know people that have got trans kids, and part of the problem is the fucking parents. So that kid's parents, the parents of the child that was suspended, were probably parenting their child really, really well. Probably. We just don't know. We don't know all the details, do we? This way. So yeah, that little garden video I did earlier on, yeah, there was a certain part of that might have annoyed a few people, but people, again, I never set this channel up to get loads and loads of subscribers. Quite the opposite. Just get the right people, and you know, I think most of us have gotten to the point now where we're just sick and tired of fucking sheep, you know. And the worst kind of sheep are the sheep that think they're awake when they're not, you know. And then, but there's another way of looking at that, you know. Everyone's just kind of waking up at their own pace in their own way. So I'm not really quite sure how to look at it. It's just, yeah, patience does run out. And I know a lot of you guys are feeling that. And it's completely and totally understandable. You know, we're just sick and tired of morons. And yeah, I think blaming other people for this mess in some way is right. It's right. But maybe they've done us a favour, because we need this to speed up. It needs to be ramped up. And all of this anti-Semitism bollocks. You know, what about the fact that white people are being persecuted? You know, what about us? Take your rules and shove them up your fucking arse. Shove them. You know, I don't deal with two-tier bullshit. I don't deal with it. You know, I think as time goes by, I'll be doing less and less walking talks just to make sure, or just make them more random, time-wise, just so that I can't, you know, no one knows that I've left my house, or, you know, because you just don't know. Because I won't shut up, because I can't shut up. You know, we need justice. We need justice. And things are just going to get worse and worse and worse, harder and harder and harder for all of us. But we have to stay the course. And this is why we need to prep our asses off. And you know, the fact that Fort Knox still hasn't been checked out, allegedly, still hasn't been checked out, and I think it has. And I think, to be honest with you, it's fucking bone dry. You know, bit of dust in there. That's it. Now, if they told the world that there was fuck all in Fort Knox, the price of gold would go through the roof, and the dollar would be dead. And that'll have a knock-on effect across the world. Yeah, the BRICS nations are kicking into gear, but they're not quite there yet, not really. So there'll be, what's the word? A flux, you know, like a sort of middle ground, a no man's land of financial misery around the world, because it would need to find its, it will need to land again, if that makes sense. And the pound, the euro, and a few other currencies are tied to the dollar. So, you know, I mean, I was looking at, someone sent me a photo of I think it was a 10 trillion whatever Zimbabwe's currency is. 10 trillion note, a note. That was an actual note. As far as I'm aware, you know, it's been one of them days where I've been sent stuff and I've had to second guess it, because I thought, yeah, it's the 1st of April, you know. And someone sent me something that was about Ed Miliband putting like inflatable devices into different sized engine cars, so you could only have 20 litres. You can only top up 20 litres, and then that would be restricted to 20 litres per, you know, week, then per 2 weeks, and per month, until all of a sudden it's just no point having a car on the driveway and paying triple what you're paying now in insurance and road tax. But then someone told me that was an April Fool goof. But then someone sent me some information of so it looked like the real thing. So I've not had a chance to really get that one down yet and look. So I don't want to say whether that's true or not. It wouldn't surprise me. Anyway, it was just a stroll, and I'm going to go home, get some garlic down me, get some turmeric down me, some honey down me, and my big fuck off mug full of homemade herbal tea, and just watch some shit on TV, some films, something like that. The TV in my bedroom that I used to have duvet days with gave up the ghosts. So yeah, I've got a TV that's screwed now, but that's probably not a bad thing, you know. If you haven't got a TV, you do more. But yeah, I'll leave it there, and I'll speak to you soon. Much love. Don't let the bastards get you down. Ciao for now.